So before the actual tournament began, we actually played against Big Game, one of the more talented rosters in this summer league. They featured the best big man of his state in Wyatt Jeffries, a really talented low post scorer, an athletic forward who can jump out the building in Kalen Parsons. My matchup, Albert Cox at point guard, who's a perimeter defender and perimeter shooter. JoJo Park, a very creative scorer. And then even one of Chase's teammates, Darnell Mills, who is a sharpshooter from the outside. And right away, they went down low to Jeffries and make sure that they can get their easy buckets. We knew that Hakeem, who's one of my high school teammates, is going to be a target down there. We got off to a sluggish start, already giving up a basket and then not doing anything on our first offensive possession. And then just really bad defense and really bad communication here. It's completely on me, though. I didn't switch. I tried to stay on Albert Cox because I felt like that was my assignment. And then immediately, Kalen Parsons just slams it straight home. Easy bucket for him, and I had no chance there against a 6'6 guy with a 6'9 wingspan. We got a little bit of our confidence back, good pick and roll, get the matchup that I knew Tyrese would like, and let him work down low and get easy buckets. Speaking of easy buckets, Wyatt Jeffries just making it look so easy down there. Little spin move, hook shot over a guy who's got 5 inches on. There was never a chance there for Hakeem to even try to stop that. But we knew what we were going into today. Coach let us know. They are very good in half-court sets. They knew plays to go ahead and get Wyatt the ball as much as possible. But as long as we did our best to try to deny him, the big weakness Big Game has was in transition. And immediately we exposed that. No help defense whatsoever on the right wing, and I took it immediately to the basket. I didn't think I would get a bucket this easy against a team this talented. But the other big thing Coach wanted me to focus on is that when the ball is in my hand, to try to penetrate down low and really go at Wyatt Jeffries. The more I do that, the more that he puts himself in foul trouble and the easier this matchup gets. Because if we don't, he is going to eat us alive down low. He scored 8 of his team's first 10 points. We knew that defensively what we were going to have to do was do our best to try to deny him the ball and deny him opportunities. What didn't help was easily turning the ball over like that. But we made up for it here on this play on defense. I was able to stop that ball from getting to Albert Cox, the point guard, and then I heard Coach yelling, double, double, double. And then just like that, Tyrese got the strip and then threw it down on the fast break. What Coach saw here was a catch-and-shoot guy out of his element and holding the ball too long. So you put the pressure on him because he didn't know what to do there, and sure enough, that got us a free opportunity in transition. Only down 2. And on an immediate catch and shoot, turnaround, fadeaway jumper, Chase buries it to tie it back up, and Big Game calls a timeout. He's one of the nation's best for a reason, and he actually ended up playing point guard for the rest of that quarter while I sat. But then somewhere around the top of the second, I came back in, and I saw one of the most annoying things ever. This is what JoJo Park really does. He will sit there in that triple threat and constantly move around, waiting for a play to start. But then once he gets started, he gets really creative once he gets to the basket. And once he decided to attack here, to kind of try to go up and under and nearly making that, I knew this meant that he was going to go ahead and try and get his. He's just as annoying as when I had to play him last year. But that's fine. We just got to focus on what we do on offense here. That's not really it. Brandon forced up a shot there, pressure all in his face. Easy way for them to turn around him, and JoJo just waiting right underneath there, the basket. No defense there in transition, and already we're down 4. And I don't know if just watching JoJo get his made me think I needed to go get mine, but I made a really bad decision in going ahead to try to throw a pass into traffic and then trying to double up on the center and leaving my guy wide open for a mid-range jumper. Then here trying to pull up and get a mid-range jump shot when I know that right now jump shot is the weakest part of my game. It just didn't make any sense. We were in a drought, we weren't scoring, and I needed to be the spark to go ahead and get this team going, and instead, I put us totally in reverse. I came in with us tied, and here we are down by 8. Midway through the second, but I didn't give up. I still kept hustling, I still kept attacking the basket, and finally I got one to go. Little crossover behind the back, go straight to the basket, just attack, double clutch to go ahead and get it in with the right hand. Maybe I just needed a bucket to go ahead and calm us down, but then right back on defense, we got a turnover, and I got back to what I do best. Seeing the floor, getting high percent shots by setting up teammates. And maybe I felt like I couldn't do that anymore without Chase on the floor. I mean, Chase is the scorer of this team. I feel like if I can just get it in his hands, everything else will happen. But sure enough, we played much better defense, a good double down low that time, and then right back down the floor, Tyrese Jacobs pulls up from the free throw line, and we get this game back down to 2. And then this offensive possession just went all sorts of haywire. A loose ball results in a defensive breakdown. Kalen Parsons wide open in the perimeter. Not normally his game, but you leave anybody that open, maybe they can knock it down from 3. It's all right. Wyatt Jeffrey still hasn't come back in this game yet, so my time down low has been getting a little easier, just being able to go and attack the basket, get a nice little easy floater there. And then for some reason, Hakeem pulled away from his man and allowed him to get an easy dunk down low, and we're back down by 5. And then again, here this time in transition on defense, poor communication leads to a really easy bucket down low. And I'm starting to realize I don't have a lot of answers to really remedy this situation. The best thing I can really do is just kind of rely on teammates, hopefully get a timeout, and we can reset this whole thing all over again. And sure enough, after the basket Hakeem gets, we get that break. And then Chase arrives again back in the game. But I also get a nice surprise from the other team as well. My matchup this time is Oscar Perez, who's actually my high school teammate. And while I'm going to be relying on him to knock it down from deep, I know he can't play defense. It's a matchup I know I want. But I've got to get others involved in this game, and I've also got to let other guys create, and if there's anyone I know who can really create and get us back into this, it's Chase. He ends up knocking down both free throws, and we're only down by 3. We played great defense on the next defensive possession, and then on offense, right in transition, behind the back dribble, find Tyrese, easy way to draw on defenders, and then get an open bucket. Only down 1 now. JoJo Park chucks up a 3, he doesn't go, we get the board, we're in transition, and the second the ball touched my hand, I noticed no one was in the paint. It gave me the first chance to finally show off all the progress I've been making this summer and working on my vert and finally being able to get over the rim. I threw it down, but once I saw Oscar was again my matchup, I knew I could get past him pretty easily. Just one dribble, blow right past him, hop step to the basket, easy. We finally go back up, we're only up 1, but then Wyatt Jeffries does what he does best again. Turnaround jumper from about 15 feet out, and Big Game takes the lead up by 1 going into the half. We've got our work cut out for us, and while there's a part of me that wants to show out because it's the Summer League, I've got to be way more efficient to win. Going into the second half, I knew I needed to just calm myself down a little bit. So I made a challenge to myself to go ahead and pass a little bit more, distribute a little bit more. I know I can go ahead and be aggressive, but I got to be aggressive to create shots for others. And worst comes to worst, go to my bro. I know that no matter what, he can create better than anybody else and get his own shot. But Big Game wasn't going to go down that easy. They came right back and hit a 3. We were down 2, and that's when I went ahead and got aggressive. In and out crossover, pull in Jeffries, easy bucket there for Hakeem Burgess. Little sham god to go ahead and get Albert out of the way, and then Hakeem made the cut right on time. Like we're in mid-season high school form, he knew what to do. And then, easy cuts to the basket. I mean, if Albert's gonna play me that high up there, I just need to get down low and get easy buckets. But Big Game had a response nearly every offensive possession they had, and they drilled another 3, that time by Mills, and we took a timeout to kind of reset things. And that reset was putting me on the bench for about 3 minutes. They allowed Jarrett to run the point, and sure enough, we got back in the lead. We're up by 2. It hurts a little bit because I know that this is a showcase for me to go ahead and show what I can do, but he's the better guy. He's the guy that's going to lead us to victory. But we're up 5, and then I actually got a pleasant surprise on the next defensive play. Perez actually got me on a nice little pump fake and then got the and 1 on top. He pulled that one out on me. It's kind of nice. Didn't get the and 1 though, so still up by 3. Came back up the other way. He slept on me defensively. I cut to the basket. Easy bucket there. Thank you, Tyrese, for the easy find. But then we have another defensive breakdown. Hakeem just isn't paying attention. There wasn't even a screen set there. For some reason, he felt the need to switch on the 2 guard, and we give up an easy 2-hand slam to Wyatt. But that's all right. Chase has us on the other end. Mid-range jumper, just let him have it. He's got the height advantage. I know that he can score every single time. And then it became a back and forth. Wyatt again on offense. Post-up move, fadeaway jumper. That one doesn't go this time, though. We get out on transition, and I know this is where we can get an easy bucket. Behind the back, no look. Chase in open space. Oh, come on. I know he's drilling that shot. Team morale's up. My confidence is way up. I finally felt like I played a much better quarter. And then the last 20 seconds got weird. For some reason, I decided to double on Wyatt because I thought for sure he was going to score in the paint, but he found Perez wide open, and I know that that's Perez's shot. Then I get picked with 10 seconds left to go. They try to go inside the Kalen Parsons. He misses. And with barely enough time left, I just give it up to Chase. I mean, damn, man. Damn. We're up 7, but it's the fourth quarter. We know Big Game can score whenever they want, especially with Wyatt on the floor. And Wyatt actually does a great job on his display to go ahead and get Park open. They set up a good screen here, a double screen to go ahead and get JoJo free to the basket. That's an easy 2 for them, and they're only down by 5. I want to stay as aggressive as I can as long as Perez is on me because I know I can beat him off the dribble. But I ended up forcing a bad pass. And right in transition, inside, Jeffries, he's just too skilled. Quick little up and under, goes ahead and cuts that deficit down to 3. So we go pick and roll. We had it. And for some reason, I felt the need to just throw the lob. I wanted to see the place just come unglued for Tyrese because I know he can go up and get it, but I never really gave him a chance. So then they also run pick and roll, and then for some reason, I just try to back up away from the pick thinking that the switch was going to happen. Thankfully, Perez didn't knock that one down. And then back on offense, transition, we back out. I knew I just needed to get one move on Perez to get to the basket with Wyatt playing way too deep, and I still blew the layup. Suddenly the confidence isn't at an all-time high again. But on defense again, just a bad switch here by me. Jeffries gets the easy offensive rebound as he gets back inside, and that forces us to call timeout. Lead now down to 2. I've got to stop forcing plays. If the pick and roll just isn't there, just don't take it. Kick it out to somebody else. Figure out what else we're going to do on offense. Here we're able to get a pick and pop. Hakeem, not normally good from out there. Able to get an open shot, though, drains that one. We're back up by 5. As long as Wyatt Jeffries is in this game, they ain't out of it yet. I thought for sure he was going to get called for a moving screen there, but he's able to free up JoJo Park. He gets an easy 2. Deficit back down to 3. We don't score that offensive possession, so now we got to clamp down on defense to prevent a 1-point lead. And sure enough, I'm able to get my hands up, get out in transition quickly off the rebound, find a wide open Young on the wing. He drains that one, and we're back up by 5. But Big Game refuses to go away. So I kick it out to Chase on this play, and he just jacked up a 3. I didn't think that was exactly the shot he would be looking for, especially this late into the game. And then on defense, I made a big mistake. I tried to help down low on JoJo Park. I left Albert Cox wide open. He drained the 3. Tie ball game. And then on the next offensive possession, almost immediately when I brought it up the court, I saw the lane. In and out crossover, just attack the basket. They say shooters got to shoot, attackers got to keep attacking. It's the aggressiveness that my coach wanted me to play with from the start of the game. I've got to keep being that way. I've just got to tighten up on defense. And sure enough, I slacked off just the littlest bit, and Albert got a wide open 3, and Big Game's up by 1. We're finally at the point where each possession is starting to feel like if you make a mistake, you give the game away. But with just a shot like that, you get right back in it. And Jarrett knocking down that 3 got us the lead yet again. But then I made an errant pass, and I get bailed out by Chase yet again, able to chase down JoJo from behind and get the foul. JoJo would hit both, and then we found ourselves down by 2 with 2 minutes left. I decided to just defer on this possession. I felt like I had made too many mistakes. I wasn't able to blow past Albert anymore. I just didn't know where to go other than just giving it to Chase. He put up a 3, and then that one just didn't fall. My mistake put us in this situation down 2, and then just being passive really didn't help us at all. We need to stop. And sure enough, I made the play happen. Was able to pick Albert's pocket. We got back up the floor in transition, out to the corner, Young for 3, 3-ball good, we're back up by 1. You're damn right I was hyped. I was able to make up for a big mistake that nearly gave the game away, and then got us right back into it. But back down low they go. Wyatt Jeffries able to go ahead and score yet again down low, just dominating. But then pick and roll works this time. Burgess just gets outside enough. I'm able to get it to Hakeem, and he scores. And we're back up by 1. And then working down low, this time I'm able to pull off the double on Jeffries, and we keep our 1-point lead. I kick it out to Chase, wide open. This time the jumper falls. We go up 3, and the game finally feels like it's ours. But there's still 48 seconds left. Can't go to sleep quite yet. Inbound goes to Albert Cox. It's me and him. And they go down low again to Jeffries. They get the double team down there, but Jeffries is able to sky over Tyrese Jacobs. And this felt like the game right here. We score, and it's pretty much in our hands. One-on-one situation against Albert Cox, pick and roll. Get to Wyatt. Pump fake, and then scoop left-handed to go ahead and put us up by 3. I was given the opportunity. I came up clutch. I shined. I couldn't believe it when he got up off of his feet. The second he did, I knew I was going to have to finish left-handed, and it went through. Now it's time for us to lock down on defense. They go back again down low to Jeffries. Fadeaway shot. Doesn't fall this time. They get the rebound, though. Park puts it back up. Good defense by Tyrese. We get fouled, and now it comes down to free throws. It's a moment that feels like forever. The crowd is so loud. 12 seconds left. Just got to nail one. And the first one rims out. I couldn't believe it. But I got one more chance. Just one free throw makes it a 2-possession game. Put it away. And that one falls. Up 4. 12 seconds left. Albert brings up the ball. They give it out to JoJo. He doesn't nail the 3. We get the board. I run it out. Game over. We take home a big win against Big Game and the best center in all of North Carolina high school basketball. And I could tell I wore down on him. He didn't really move at all after they won. We were celebrating, and I just happened to look over, and he just still had his head down, hands on his hips. I went over, gave him a quick chest pound, handshake, and just let him know, man, you absolutely balled out today. He put up 28 and 10 on us. And I said, I guarantee you we're going to see you again come the playoffs. I thought I had a pretty decent game, 22 points. I ended up with 12 assists, but I turned the ball over 6 times, and the big thing the coach highlighted was that when I was on the floor, I was a -2. You know, despite my heroics, coach had a point. He let me absolutely have it about that. If it weren't for the 6 turnovers, if it was just me taking care of the ball a lot better, we could have this game put away in the 3rd. But instead, it took a last-minute effort for us to win. And knowing that a team with the talent of Elite Squad is still out there, I've got to be less careless. Because they're not going to let me make mistakes like that.